Hey guys. Okay, so today I got a call from a friend of mine, who was having an anxiety attack and going through some toxic shame. And I kind of asked her, I said, look, we've been talking for a while. Have you ever used any of the things I've told you? To which she said no. And I said, have you watched the videos? She said that she has. I said, have you put anything into place? And she said no. So, if you're experiencing it and if you have accepted that you're in the middle of some shit, right? Like life is a mess, it's not feeling good right now. If you can get to that point where you can just accept. Now, that doesn't mean dwell on it, but accept it. Look around, be present to the reality. I'm feeling like shit, and that's just how I'm feeling right now. Right? So there are those things where it's like, yeah, change your train of thought, all of that. That's hard to do when you're in the middle of that, which is why that first tip of writing on your mirror is so important, because it's not, okay, sorry about that. I got interrupted by my daughter. Okay. Where was I? So if you can get to the point where you know you're in the middle of your mess, and not even, I mean, be okay with it, but not be okay with it. I mean, obviously not be okay like, oh yeah, let's just keep going like this, right? But if you can be okay with knowing I'm in a funk, I've hit a low point, then most likely you're going through something toxic there. And that first step of writing on your mirror is vital, because you can watch tons of videos or little clips or read books or anything like that, but until you do the work, it has no effect whatsoever. So I mean, it's not that it's not kind of working, or that you don't have something maybe to think about later that day, or hey, that little video was good, or that little clip was good, or there's a lot of those little mini movies floating around that have really good messages, and those things are awesome, but they affect you for a moment in time. And writing on your mirror is something that affects you daily. It's only one action that you have to take one time, and it's done. And it starts working immediately. And it works more and more every time that you walk in there. Now, here's the trick to writing on your mirror. Like I said, it's things that we either have felt before, someone has told us maybe before, or that we kind of still feel that there are some good qualities about us even while we're in our mess, or something that we want to aspire to be or return to even. However, the important thing to do it is when you write yourself that note that says, Adrienne, you are, right? So that's how it needs to start, dot, 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 and then you just start bullet pointing everything else. Those bullet points need to remain present time. So she called me and we were kind of going through it, and we wrote on her mirror, and I was talking to her, and I just was asking her, okay, what are some things that you currently like about yourself? What are some things that you want to like more? And she was writing them, and we hit this point where we said, she said lovable, and that she is lovable. And then I said, maybe change that to loved. And then I said, no, never mind, change that to love. Because you have lovable, which is future. So if you write something on your mirror that has to do with your future, then it's going to always feel like it's just beyond that grasp, maybe. Or it's going to kind of put that into your head that it's not here now, it's beyond the grasp. And if you put in loved or something past tense, then it's something that was. It's something that did exist. It's not something that's presently now. So it's so important to put things in present tense. You are love, okay? Because it's happening now. It's not something that happened before. It's not something that's going to happen. It's happening now. You are love. And what were some of the other things? there was a couple different ables in there. I can't remember what they were, but there were a couple different ables in there. We decided to take those out because we needed to make it present tense. So when writing on your mirror, make it present tense. If you need help with this, then message me. I will help you. Sometimes it's hard to do this, but again, it's an action that happens once. It's not a book that we have to pick up constantly. It's not a movie or a film or anything we have to watch again. And while those books can be in there, or even a mantra you have to sometimes remind yourself to repeat. This is an action that you do one time and it's done, and all that happens is it's in a room that's a very common room. You walk in there a lot, and the next and only action you have to take is to read it. But even if you don't like consciously read it, it will be there. It will be seen, and it's a message that's from you to you for you. So it's all about you and really getting that subconscious dialogue to change within you. That's why it is so important to really write a message or some bullet points of things that you are, have been, or want to be again, or be, period, on your mirror. Okay? So don't skip that step. It is such a vital step for getting out of your mess. And this mess could be anything. It could be, you're going through a divorce, you've had an affair, you've had an abortion, any kind of shame, any kind of toxic shame, you quit your job, you were bad to a friend, whatever it is. Now, it doesn't have to be toxic shame though either. It could just be that you're just in your own way. I don't know what I want to do next with my life. It could just be as simple as that. I'm not sure what I want to do next. Write it on your mirror. Write it on your mirror. Have it be something that's presently there available for you every day, and it only takes one little teeny step for you to make it. That is a shenanigan. I said it the first time, I think, in tip 1 maybe, but it is definitely a shenanigan. Why is it a shenanigan? Because we have these blocks about talking good to ourselves. We have these blocks, from movies and stuff, that people who do this kind of thing are crazy. Or we have these blocks about family members. Oh, they're trying to talk themselves up, or whatever it is. We have these blocks. So that's a huge, huge shenanigan. And when I say shenanigan, I don't mean that you're getting into something that could get you in trouble, although it feels like trouble. It's that you're doing something vulnerable that you could get attacked for. Whether it is actual shenanigan that you're getting in trouble for, or whether it's a shenanigan that people will think is silly and crazy and attack you for. It's a shenanigan. Writing on your mirror is a shenanigan. And it's an awkward one, and at the same time, it works, and it makes you feel better every time you read it. And you have this memory locked in that it was my hand that wrote it. It was my mind that created it. It was my message to myself. So it's all coming from you, and it's so important, and it works so well. And I really, really, really invite you not to skip this step. I beg of you not to skip this step if you're going through something, or if you just want to change something. So, all right, good luck with that. Let me know that you did. Okay, bye.